Hello and welcome to this video in the Python tutorial video series. In this video, we're going to talk about lists in Python. So basically, lists are like a structure that stores many data. So before we used to create a variable and store single data in it. But in lists, we can store multiple data. So for example, we have a equal to 1, b equal to 2, and c equal to 3, for example. We can store them all in one structure called list, and we can easily manipulate them. And yes, so we can it's very useful. We can use it in many situations, as we will see. And first, to create a list, we need to give it a name, for example, colors, and we put square brackets to define the list. And here we created an empty list. Now if we want to add data to it, we can start adding data directly. So for example, let's add black, white, blue. Okay, so to add data, we just put our data and then our data and separated by column, by a comma, sorry. So yeah, and a list can store many data and many type of data. So basically, we can store here numbers, we can store strings, we can store characters, floats, and any type of data. And even we can also store different type of data together. So for example, we can store a string, black string, and then we can put here a number, an integer. We can put here Boolean, and this will be fine with Python as well. Now let's go back to our list, and now we'll start with some of the data manipulation, of the simple data manipulations without using functions, and then we will discuss how to use functions and the most relevant and most widely used functions with lists. So first, the simple thing is we can print this list and save it, run it, and you can see here we have the list printed. Okay, what if I want to access a single element in that list? As we discussed in the string video, characters and strings are index based. So the first element is indexed at 0. Same thing here. So we have the black is indexed at 0, we have white 1, and we have blue 2. So basically, if we want to access, for example, white, to get white, we put square brackets and then we enter the index in it. That's coming out this. Okay, save it, of course, save it, and then you can see here we get access, or we get the white. And we can also get, let's add a few colors here to make it easier, more understandable. Green, red, of course, string, red. Okay, so what if I want to print data from the first index onward to the end of the list? We can use 1 and then we put a column here, and you can see here we print white and the rest of the list. Same thing if we want to print from white to green, for example. So basically green here is indexed at 3. However, we want to put here 4 to get to the green, because this works as follows. It will start at the first index and then reach the second index excluding the second index. So we will reach 4, but we will not print the fourth element, not the fourth, the element at index 4, which is red here. So basically it will go from index 1 till index 4 minus 1, 3. And this will print out white, blue, and green. So yeah, white, blue, and green. We can also get everything before, for example, the second index. But actually, yes, this is as well. This will be excluded. So basically, it will print out here black and white, and not black, white, and blue. And this is the case, black and white. Moving on, we can modify elements, and it's pretty straightforward. So for example, I want to move or to change white to purple, for example. We put colors, the name of the list, and then the index that we want to change. So in our case, it's 1. Let's put it purple. And then if we want to like print this element, it will be purple. Now let's start with a few of the widely used functions. Let's delete this. And so basically the first one is just the print function. And so in lists, Python will automatically overload the print and make it suitable for lists. So basically, if you give the print function a list, it will print it in a form as follows. So it will print it, it will open a bracket, put apostrophe, and then the names of the elements accordingly. So yep, we will discuss function overloading later on. Now another very important function is extend. For example, we can extend. Let's create another list. For example, I don't know, numbers 1, 2, 3. Okay, so extend will append a list to another list. So let's append the numbers to colors, and you can see here all the functions. And what we will be using here extend, and then we will give it as parameter the other list that will be added to the end of that list. So basically, okay, yes, of course, this will not return anything. It will just append the list, so it should be here, and then we can print our colors. So basically, this function will change colors. It will not like keep colors as it is, and then just you can print this whole function, and it will print out the colors plus numbers. It will change colors. And now if we print colors, we will get the list. So here's our first list, and appended at the end our other list, the numbers. We can also insert elements at specific locations. So for example, let's insert purple colors.insert, and we give it two parameters. The first one is the index at which we want to insert that element. So let's say we want to insert it at location 1, at index 1. And the second element is the data, so purple. And what this will do is we will insert purple at the second index, or at index 1, and everything after that index will be pushed one index forward. And you can see it here. So black, and then we push this, or we insert this element here at index 1, and then we have white, which was index 1, it's now index 2, and so on. We can also append an index, and appending is basically adding an element at the end of the list. So colors.append, and let's say yellow, and this will add it to the end of the list. You can see it here, yellow. And also we can pop an element from the end of the list. Popping is just deleting the last element. So colors.pop, and you can see here yellow. Okay, yellow will be deleted. Yes. Okay, so this is about appending and popping. We can also remove a specific element. So for example, I want to remove blue from the list. We put colors.blue.remove, and we will give it the name of the data, blue, and this will remove the first occurrence of blue. So if we have like here another blue, it will remove the first one only. Let's okay. So you can see here we have blue here, but the blue between white and green is gone. Okay, this is about removing. We can also do some stuff. For example, we can sort the list, and this will store it without or based on alphabetically, or if it's numbers, it will store it as in the ascending orders. And let's remove these stuff here. And yep, let's remove them, and then we can put colors.sort, and this will print it in the sorted order. Okay, of course this will not return anything. And now we can see that the list is sorted. So black, blue, BB, G, R, and W. We can print it in the reverse order or reverse the order of it. And this will start with red, blue, green, blue, and so on. And of course we can like check if an element is there, and this is done with the dot index, and we give it the name of the element. So for example, white, and if white is already there, it will give you the index of it. So it should give you 1 here, which is the case. Okay, let's remove this. Okay, so 1, and if it's not there, so for example, let's say WHI, it's not there, it will give you an error. So yeah, so WHI is not in the list. So you can use this, and we can use error handling, which will be discussed later, to like check if an element is already in the list. And one last function is clear, and this will clear the list, colors.clear, and this will like turn it to an empty list. Okay, so here's our empty list. So yep, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please subscribe to our channel and give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.